it is the campaign of 2024 elections for all the NPP and both the NDC. But I'm wanting Dennis Records Aboagye ko TV da. So one farmer NDC journalist would Mobata has Ebetinel Papa because he's always making sure that every time and every day NDC journalists will be suffering. From Yafa, another one will join you, sir. A lot of people was the Dama Kui Miss Musica say, Asansu Amano so hot news or trend because Miracles Aboagye Kona so or more than can date kakra.
The reason why you go to the ballot is because you have to make a choice between one person and the other person in a human society.
Right.
So definitely, that's why I say our manifesto, we've done just about 80%. So there are 20% of our manifesto that we haven't been able to fulfill.
You've done 80%?
Yes.
According to what survey?
There is there, but go and look at it. I've given you the figure.
To what survey?
We have run an analysis of our manifesto. You have it. You are a journalist.
The NPP. Yeah.
You have the manifesto. Run the analysis.
That's exactly why I'm asking.
No, run it.
According
yes,
to what?
80%.
This is you.
No.
You are saying this. It's like looking at the performance tracker.
Be fair.
It's like looking at the performance tracker. You know how many problems we've found?
Can I speak?
How many? I allow you to speak a lot, so let me also speak. How many? I don't want to use the word, but how many inaccuracies?
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a specific question. If you haven't done it, you haven't done it. Have you run an analysis of implementation in this MPP's manifesto? What percentage did you get?
Have I run what?
An analysis of the implementation of the MPP's manifesto. What percentage did you get?
I don't have a personal.
Exactly.
No, relax. But I have seen some of these surveys that do not have anything close to your 80%.
Which one was that survey? Let me check it now for the viewers.
I don't remember.
Exactly.
But I'm saying that there have been a number of approaches.
Don't do this. We've done an analysis of some of them and it's not been done. Of course, there's a 20% that hasn't been done. That's why I asked you a specific question. You challenge the 80%.
20% that has not been done.
No.
I see.
You challenge, so you don't have a figure and yet you are challenging the figure. It doesn't add up. Before I confront you and say that your analysis of a figure is wrong, I should have mine. So no worries, there is time. Take your time. Take the manifesto of the MPP. Take the manifesto of the NDC. Do the analysis. Come back. Show it like you have done here. Don't come and say it with your mouth.
Tell me.
Line by line.
Tell me.
Hold on. When we finish, we calculate.
So let's do a quick line by line. We can do the flagship.
No.
Let's do a quick.
Bring the manifesto.
Let's do a quick line by line on
I'm not going to let you to flee.
1D, 1F, 1 village, 1 dam, 1 million per constituency.
You're not helping the conversation. You see what you are doing is
planting for food.
What you are doing is one of the things that we usually do to our viewers. That amounts to misinformation and disinformation.
What is misinformation about this?
You cannot run
20%. I'm saying take it on these.
Have you done it?
Give me.
Have you done it? You haven't.
No, but you say you've done it, right?
But
so tell me. You say you've done it. So tell me.
Can I speak? So listen. I am not one of those people that jumps around and do some of these things. You run an analysis on a set of data. You have 100 things.
You say 80%.
Would you let me speak?
You say 80%.
Yes, we have done 80%.
On the 80%. The 20% you found that has not been done. I'm not even saying
so for example,
mine. I'm saying what you have done.
Hold on.
Give me the 20% on these flagship programs.
For example,
what is left?
So for example, listen. We have run a test on our manifesto to determine that there are 80% of the things that we said we have done that we've been able to do. There is a 20% that is outstanding that we haven't been able to entirely complete. I'll give you a quick one. Look at the macroeconomic indicators. When we came to office, one of our main objectives was to move our inflation to a single digit, which we succeeded in doing between 2017 and 2024. But today, it's around 20%, from 15% to 20%. Clearly, it means that we haven't been able to achieve that, have we? Look at our forex exchange, our foreign exchange, and the currency. Clearly, we haven't been able to do that, have we? So, if I tell you that we have done 80%, it is not up to you, who hasn't done any analysis, to come and tell me that is not true. Then you ask me to tell you how you arrived at your non-80%. It doesn't add up.
You have to watch where you're going.
No, but
I'm merely saying,
have you done it?
Have you done it? Your purported survey.
Have you done it?
No, some things have been done on some sectors.
Which one? Do you have?
Some sectors have been done.
Which one?
I don't have the information here. I'm saying that some sectors, even
some sectors part of the 20%, even if you identify something like that.
Okay.
So speculations. Throw it in the air and then we move on. That will not be allowed. Have you done a test? And I think it can be done. Again, it's not too late.
Let me ask you this.
It's not too late. We still have time, 4 months. You can run that test. I think you should do it.
If the performance tracker is what, because I believe the performance tracker then should be a key point to analyze what you've done and what you've not done, right?
Yes,
and if that is the standard, so you agree that that gives us pure evidence.
Why not?
If that is the standard, then we are lost.
What is your figure? What is your figure?
What if
Or you are doing it based on the
lost.
screen that you watch?
But
why are you doing this to your viewers?
Have you
done analysis of the performance tracker vis-a-vis the manifesto?
Let me ask you.
No, have you done that?
Let me ask
you.
So
how did you come to that?
As for the analysis
against the manifesto? No. You are wrong. So you see,
the analysis of the data on the performance tracker has been done.
And let me tell you how. We are talking about running an analysis and implementation status of a manifesto. What you do is not an analysis of the performance tracker in isolation. You take the performance.
What makes you think we've done it in isolation?
But I asked you, so tell me the manifesto.
And I'm telling you that
the implementation,
even after the establishment or the release of the manifesto track,
tell me the manifesto analysis that you did, the status of implementation. Tell me.
Relax.
What? If you ask me,
no, move on.
No, wait. If I ask you to tell me what forms even 70% of what you think MPP hasn't been able to do, how are you going to establish that? By barely mentioning one or two things.
I just gave you your 5 flagship
and you think that forms
and that
forms how much percentage? Tell me, that forms how much percentage?
If I look at, for example, your promise, 1 million per constituency, were you able to
that forms? Let's say we
no.
Let's say
relax.
Let's just say
relax.
Let's just say
we want to talk throughout the show.
Let's just.
You want to talk throughout the show?
Ask me.
$1 million per constituency. You were not able to fulfill it.
Fulfill what?
You were not able to give the $1 million.
No, we're not able to fulfill it. What is it? We are not.
You
that's
were
false.
not able to give $1 million to every constituency.
That is not true. That's false.
What did you do?
So we actually sent the $1 million to every constituency. And there are yes, in 2018.
When?
In 2018 and 2019.
And what happened?
No, so you see, so what you are saying is not true. So you know what you should say?
You said that you would
give disinforming your
throughout the period.
What you should
give $1 million.
But you are saying that you couldn't fulfill it.
Fine. Did you fulfill it throughout the period?
So that is where
you didn't.
So listen to me. That is
so there is a shortfall.
That is where the percentage of implementation comes in.
And even the $1 million.
Stop disinforming your viewers.
In fact, the ambulance.
That is where. That where.
What do we have to show for it?
What do we have to show forward? For what?
What $1 million. What was it?
People are watching you. I'm telling you that.
What was it used for?
If somebody wants to implement a project and says that I will do A, B, C, D, and you want to measure the percentage of implementation, you don't say that they didn't do it. You look at what they have done and measure it against the whole.
Okay.
Listen,
I'm saying
asked me to give
you scored 80%. 20%. There must be some questions you got wrong.
Bro, you are wrong.
You can't tell me.
I told you, but I mentioned that
you mentioned that macroeconomic indicators and inflation has gone up.
Is that not part?
I was tagging you. Fine, it is part of it.
So what are you talking about? It is wrong for you to continuously be fixated on a falsehood simply because you want to be proven right. So you are right. I tell you about analysis of a manifesto we have done.
Shouting is dependent.
Call it anyhow you want to call
it.
I tell you about analysis of a manifesto we have done. You haven't done any. You contest the figure. And I ask you, what is your figure?
I'm saying if you baby near baby, I was here. Now, 70 article 97(1). I try Marasibidani, the Abaya Marasibidani, Obelusuni seat, or Marasibidum. And yes, sir. So Obelusuni ne seat, and as obey vacating the seat. Now, article 97(1), no. You from A, B, C, na baby, I can't want MCCA, no. Article 97 1G. 1G, no, say if a member leaves the party.
It's 1G and H.
Oh.
Why
your submission?
Or the G never or they call H.
Oh, so yes, happen or distorting me thoughts.
Please focus.
Interjection.
Be focus.
Me smile. Eja.
What's mommy?
Oh, Eja. Intellectual debate. Why okay say nkofo apon adwuma bre o mo hwe nti jai sa.
Okay, to us.
Eja asemi nyan say if a member leaves the party which he was a member at the time of his election to parliament to join another party or seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member.
Seeks to remain.
Eja. Yen nuanom MPP for minim baby ko omko kusua omomra. Em so omko law school fufuro. And all the other citizens and so omko law school, omko baby fufuro. De to so bio Eja. Emran da ho clear. Ye wo emra se bedwa 49. And na party e de omko omra se bedwam no. One mo say omuni sa party no enya adwuma bi omko independent. Ebi so omko independent. Obi so by independent. O say me kwa kodwan amanyoko fufuro. Na meanwhile submission or say speaker etiho and now no make ruling because obi antro krata enfamre no because 4 years ago omo tro krata de ko years yama
na nyam pass omo tro krata nko
eja na nkrata nkwa na kire say nipa no wa vacating the seat. Even notice of coup is an evidence. Who file nomination say we contest election on bia okruma no ma electoral commission and answer battle commission or the bibi by notice of coup. Notice of coup a public document. How be hu bi. It is say speaker onima kenkan. Onima chro. Speaker nipa dodo o ma file o contest or constituencies nkan nyina mu. It is notice of coup keke kra ye nyina so evidence. I tell say mna se bedwafo we o ma free amanyoko ade o mo baaye no emu. Na eja we nyina nkamfo ano. Yen nuanum MPP for your Mwangasa party constitution, Oko Article 9, Clause 1, except for feature of membership. Now for feature of membership, nature say, so your MPP ni, na sa dinasa wo kwanten kro, and na say party ni you be some no candidate. Na sa science ha nipa ne ho. Na sa wo contest wo support another candidate openly as I say wo you din free party, me just a party we jai. Eno ntina eja yeti ha ya no General Secretary or MPP mu or the krata ba abonten ese emrante bi omo didi yewura lanche mate achi any party from penifo bi omo mabo party no bra pa wa yi omo free MPP mu owura ya Aboagye asamo aka ho owura Boniface eka ho Hobson Adoye eka ho penifo bebre omo chiro krata ba say esan so omo di yewura lanche mate a so woko independent movement for change we say den ono da oma no enti yi omo free MPP mu ene de den e bae. This is a party I from no principal party. MPP no, the true meaning no, they have no principles. Because I know here 2020 this same principle was applied in Parliament. And then answer. And no question you know who say. Yen yanu MPP before no. Kamia said Ghana ha mrebia wa habia now on person say some mrebia to suit them. And e basa na ya reho. E mrebe wo krom habia no mo ben no.
I didn't tell Kasa.
Eja adie da hon ma ya se mo blofu ya mekan ye eja e fine pa no bi so woto no won ase se party bia you do about amanyo edu about mrahye be fie the framers of the constitution no omo ye very smart o omo nim se sa nema we bi ebesi eno ntina ma omo de sa adie we ehye ho na we nyina kan for no se speaker e declare sa seat no vacant na ye wura Fenyo Markins action pen ne krata e the speaker ko parliament na menu ya kasa no se ordinary court sebe menu kasa was speaker akoti
na aha na mbreba mayedu na demra de be out no I bring in nothing but the truth. I bring in facts back to back content na ba maza na share video share no be so nsan ka be na wi a kire wadwe comment section bo from yafa utuma fa make us come am crowd na tiri into